You gotta tell it as it is and run with it. We have a good example of the man who was demon possessed, and no one could bind him. He was strong because of the demons in him, of the unclean spirits. He was a loner, and after Jesus had delivered him, he wanted to follow Jesus. And Jesus, we see that Jesus in Mark 5 verse 18, Jesus tells him, he did not let him come with him, but instead he said, go home to your own people and tell them how much the Lord has done for you and how he has had mercy on you. So the man went away and began to tell in the Decapolis how much Jesus had done for him, and all the people were amazed. It's like I think about the runners, the athletes who do the relays, because you have 4 people and you're given the baton. I think that's how it's pronounced. And the only thing you need to do is run with it. So you take it as it is, and you run with it, and you give it away. So the only thing different is it's your style that is different to what you're carrying. So we all might have the same story or the same breakthrough, but the way we run with it is the difference. So it's not what we add to it. No, the baton stays as is, as when it was first given, and the only different thing is the person running. So they might say the first person to get it was the fastest, and the last person to finish the race with it is usually the fastest. So that's the only thing that is different, even with us, as we tell our stories, as we tell the gospel, as we witness. The only thing that is different is who is telling the story, and what journey did they go through. But the story remains. The story, like the key, the foundation of the story remains, which is the good news. So the man, Jesus encouraged him to go back home, and I like the going back home, because home was no longer home for him. So he had to go back home to your own people, and tell them how Jesus or God has had mercy on you. And another perfect example is the Samaritan woman at the well. Everyone was ready to cast a stone at her, through a rock. She was surprised that Jesus knew about her. And of course, after her story, after her session with Jesus, she went back. She even left. Verse John 4:28. So it says, she left her water jar and went back to the town and said to the people, come and see a man who told me everything I ever did. And for me, when I read the 28, she left her water jar. It shows that she left in a hurry, so she ran with the story. If you're always curious to know what happened, and the breaking news, they're always breaking. They're always in a rush. So she ran with the story. She ran with the good news. She ran to tell people of the man who knew everything about her, and also the man, go home to your own people. You don't go home strolling. You go home also in a rush to tell of the story of Jesus. I think for us, it's the gospel remains, and I just wanted to encourage you, all of you who think, oh, I cannot tell my story. No, the story remains. The story is there, and you're just the vessel that is being used. So you only need to run with it. And running must not be fast. Some of us will tell our stories to one person after 10 years of nobody knowing the victory or the breakthrough that you had. Some of us will tell it immediately that it happened. And the only thing I want to encourage is run with the story and tell it as it is. The moment we try to add, our own translations, our own, I don't even know, then we start complicating what the basic story is. So tell it as it is and run with it, no matter what your pace is. So that's my encouragement. And in that moment, there's one song, the story I'll tell. And I always love to read the lyrics and also just let them sink in. And this is what I'll end with. And the first one, I thought Jamie Grace is the one who sang, but apparently there's also another version by Maverick. I'll just read quickly. The hour is dark and it's hard to see what you are doing here in the ruins and where this will lead. Oh, but I know that down through the years, I'll look on this moment and see your hand on it and know you were here. And I'll testify of the battles you've won, how you were my portion when there wasn't enough. And I'll testify of the seas that were crossed, the waters that were parted, the waves that I've walked, singing, oh, my God did not fail. Oh, it's the story I'll tell. That's song 1, Maverick. Song 2, same, the story I'll tell. Jamie Grace and Morgan. I'm remembering you were right there, and you have been ever since. With every page that turns, I see your faithfulness. The mountain where I climbed, the valley where I fell, you were there all along. That's the story I tell. You brought the pieces together, made me the storyteller. Now I know it is well, it is well. That's the story I'll tell. Yeah, what story are you telling? And how are you running with it? God bless you.